Las Vegas Discount.net's the best there is. Save up to 50% on your next Vegas trip. And travel, rental, shows, and tours. Find the deals you're looking for. Las Vegas Discount.net. Las Vegas Discount.net. If you're going to Vegas for deals that are the best, visit Las Vegas Discount.net.
FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee, talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Net Radio!
Hola, soy Julio César Chávez.
And lights out, baby. Lights out all day.
This is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
I mean, this is ridiculous. It's a radio show. It ain't a one-hour television spectacular.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. This is the Hangover episode of Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. My name's Lee Honish. I am joined by Andrew Lapache. How are you this morning, Andrew? How's the hangover?
Doing good. Just pumping coffee into my system right now, Lee.
Does it help?
Yeah, I'm not too bad.
I ate. I'm trying, but man, Jesus Christ. I don't even want to go listen to last night's show because I just think it might be a chaotic clusterfuck.
That's what I was kind of scared of too, bro. I was like, we better do another show. Better put some good thoughts out there. Let me think about this fight. I've watched the fight 3 times now, so hopefully you guys get a better show out of me today.
Hopefully. Andrew actually wrote notes. So we're going to cover Andrew's notes, having watched the fight 3 times. I didn't. He did. So let's start right off with the first thing you want to talk about, which is Deontay Wilder has a loud mouth to decide on rematch. Wait, we just have been joined on the line.
There you go.
By Fight Fan Migs, Miguel Barragan, our remote analyst. Migs,
it's
how you
Fight
doing?
Fiend. Fight Fiend.
Fiend Migs on
yes.
Instagram. For God's sakes, yes. All right.
I got you, bro.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the backup.
Migs, how's your hangover?
Well, I didn't drink yesterday, man. So it's really more so just like a lazy hangover.
Well, good for you. And I'm proud of you.
Close enough.
Andrew and I are both nursing it, so we'll deal with it.
Oh, headaches. All right.
Andrew wrote literally 2 pages of notes to create a better show because we were way too out of control last night. So
is there such a thing as a better show than last night?
Actually, our fans will, you don't know this, but our fans will love last night's show and then Andrew sweeping up the next day. So let's start off with question number 1. Andrew, we'll go with you. Deontay Wilder has a loud mouth to decide on rematch.
1 month. Okay. 1 month.
1 month, you say he's going to, okay, so are you going to speculate injuries and all the horse shit that he's about to come up with? So give me your take now, 24 hours removed, Andrew. Or 12, whatever.
Well, yes. Basically, last night, we're being told now that they don't think it was a ruptured eardrum. They're saying he had a small cut inside of his ear, took a few stitches to fix. And he's going to have 1 month. He has 30 days to decide whether he wants this trilogy or not. If he is to take the trilogy, it is supposed to happen in July or August of this year. If I'm Deontay Wilder, he made $28 million last night. I think I put the fire to Shelly Finkel and Al Haymon and pass on this third bout with Tyson Fury. I think Deontay not only it was universal yesterday after this fight. Lennox Lewis, Andre Ward, everyone saying Bradley Porter, he needs to learn fundamentals again. You can't always rely on power. And I think that was even said in our chaotic back and forth, what we were saying last night. You cannot always rely on power. His corner let him down tremendously, not giving him advice during the fight. They were kind of, it was like almost as everyone was just waiting for the right hand. That's been Deontay's whole career. So if I'm Deontay, I'm really thinking about putting the fire to Al Haymon and Shelly Finkel. I don't think Steven Espinoza part of this crew anymore. Like you guys, we said last night, Showtime's more or less, they're out of boxing here for good. They don't have $28 million to pay Deontay. So with that being said, we would have to look at who Deontay Wilder could face next besides Tyson Fury.
Okay. Migs, I give you the same question based on all that information. He's got 1 month to decide. What do you think the next move for Deontay Wilder is?
I'm pretty sure he's going to take. I feel confident saying that he's going to take the third fight. I think I agree with Andrew. You definitely need to go back to the basics and learn those fundamentals, because you can't always depend on that right hand. And to his credit, he's pretty much always landed that right hand. Up until last night, and even in the first bout, he did land that right hand that dropped Fury. But yeah, I think. I'm not really sure how many more options he's I feel that he's going to end up coming up with some sort of fucking excuse. It always happens, right? He even said it in the ring. He's like, I had a lot of things going on this, coming up to this fight or whatever. It's like, okay, already with the excuses, even if they're true, whatever, fuck, you keep it to yourself. It's going to sound, whether it's true or not. If it is true, do you keep it to yourself? You saying that after the fact is going to make it sound like a complete fucking cop out, which is pretty much what is going to end up happening. And I think he's going to come out saying something, or however many things, issues he was having leading up to this fight. I feel like he's going to come back with that story, like, okay, that's been cleared now. Now I'm ready. Now I'm back. Now I'm yada yada yada. So I feel confident saying he's going to take the third fight. It's a big ass fucking payday. I say, he's going to take it.
All right, let's move on to the next. Go ahead, Andrew.
I would agree with that. But there has to be, at some point, Deontay Wilder needs to make up the money that they had him skip out on. And right now we're looking around $100 million from ESPN and $120 to $140 million from DAZN. $28 million isn't making that up. So if I'm Deontay Wilder, I'm sitting down with my team, and I got some names for you guys. The fight that I wanted to talk about last night that they have Andy Ruiz now being attached to is Chris Arreola. Andy Ruiz is, yes, that seems like an easy win for Andy Ruiz. So you have to put Andy Ruiz's name in the mix, right, for Deontay Wilder. They're both under PBC. They both are good ticket sellers. That fight could be done in L.A. You also have a name of Adam Kawanaki, who's been attached to Deontay Wilder for a while now. And you have also the undercard last night of Charles Martin, who defeated Gerald Washington. If I'm Deontay Wilder, I want $25 million to face one of these guys. They need to make up the money on the contract that they had him pass on. And I'm sorry, but the rematch at now, I think he gets the lower percentage because he lost, and he would come in at 40%. He's going to get less than what he made in this fight. That comes nowhere near the contract. If I'm him, tell Al Haymon, no, you told me I was going to be a $25 million fighter. I want my $25 million, and I'll take a build-up fight to get back to Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury's level. I believe if he is to take Tyson Fury in an immediate rematch, we're possibly looking at the end of Deontay Wilder's career, and he would never come close to that money. Look at last night could have been the end of his career. The beatdown that he received in those 7 rounds last night, that wasn't controversial. That wasn't, oh, you just lost on points, don't worry about it. We're talking injured jaw, injured ear, bleeding from the nose. Like it was going down south really fast for him. I don't know if he's able to rebound from that. If I'm Al Haymon and you really think you have the future or a piece of the future in boxing right here, why the immediate rematch with the man who manhandled him really last night?
Yeah.
Moving to
another thing I didn't like, you guys, First fight, he gets a draw. Oh, I broke my arm. I had a broken arm before the fight. In this fight, he gets knocked out, and all of a sudden, there was a lot of things going on in my life. I had a hurt leg. We might have to hit the brakes on him, rebuild him mentally, have him come back and fight the winner of AJ versus Fury.
All right. I'll take that.
All right.
Here's another one. Here's another one I want to throw at you guys.
You're on a roll. Go ahead.
Here's another one. What if AJ and Tyson Fury stall? What if they don't get their fight together for whatever money, whatever reason? Maybe AJ don't want to come back to America. I still think Bob Arum's going to be telling Anthony Joshua, we're not flying. I'm not flying out of this country. You're coming to America. Can Deontay Wilder get in there and get an Anthony Joshua fight? He won't make as much money, but do you think he can get that fight before Tyson Fury?
No, I don't think so. Not with this loss. No. I mean, I don't know. I always thought. I figured that Wilder is going to try to take some sort of maybe like tune-up fight if he didn't go to the immediate trilogy with Fury. But I mean, a tune-up fight, something to gain his confidence. That's generally how it is. They give you some gimme, potato or tomato can to like get your confidence back up. And I don't think he's going to be able to get to Joshua before Fury does. I don't think so.
Okay.
Takes us to our next topic, which is Tyson Fury and the first of its kind ever on the Las Vegas Strip, Wembley Arena, literally on the Las Vegas Strip. Why does Tyson Fury have to go to England to sell out the O2 when, in fact, he can fight in Vegas, Andrew, in a brand new, state-of-the-art, air-conditioned, 70,000-seat arena? Andrew, is Tyson Fury ever leaving Vegas and Bob Arum?
I got to keep saying no. I got to keep saying no. You know what, Lee? Last night I was a little shocked seeing Mr. Mark Davis sitting behind Todd DeBuff and Bob Arum. But after the fight, when Tyson Fury said he wants to headline Allegiant Stadium, you guys, they're not leaving. They're not leaving. Listen, this man is fighting it for the Kronk's gym now. He told everyone, wait until I have a few more months, a year under Sugar Hill Stewart's tutorage. He's not leaving. He's an American now. He's going to be fighting here in America. I think Bob Arum's already working him to make him the headliner. The first heavyweight championship fight will be in that 70,000 seat stadium. Do I think it's going to be Dillian White or anyone but Wilder Fury? Wilder AJ? No. I believe if they were smart, they would try to work it where AJ and Fury, if Wilder says no to the rematch, because I'm leaning towards that. I really am. I don't know if Wilder wants this in a few months from now. Especially if he can make his $20 million fighting one of the other three names we mentioned earlier in the show. You take him back to the UK. You have him fight. What is the guy that's at Dillian White, right? Dillian White's a big name out there. They could sell that fight. Have AJ fight out there, either fight out there or fight in the Middle East. Then when the big one's ready, you bring that back to America in the 70,000 seat stadium.
Okay. Miggs, is Tyson Fury ever leaving Allegiant Stadium and 70,000 seats to go back to the O2?
No way. I mean, he lives here now. He trained, or he's with Jorge Capetillo, and Jorge Capetillo's got a gym here. And it's like, no, I don't anticipate him leaving. I mean, he's pretty much like if you guys were watching the broadcast yesterday, they had this like news chopper basically following him leaving his house, going to like in the MG brand. It was like some weird OJ shit. I was just like, damn, they're putting so much like attention on him. No way. He's got, was it earlier in the week during fight week, or was it maybe the week before where he came out wearing like, Vegas night? I think it was a Vegas night game. I don't remember, but it's like, holy shit, man. He's totally being enveloped by Vegas. No, he's not leaving.
All right.
And did Mark Davis save Las Vegas's boxing scene? It's a great, you guys, he has casino money. And he has 70,000 seats now. Vegas is really doing good with Mark Davis right now.
Yeah, and choices of arenas like a motherfucker, man. We have, if you want a small one, a smaller venue, you go one arena. You want a bigger venue, you go to Legion Stadium. It's there's so many options as far as stadium or arenas and stadium go.
Yep.
Takes us to the next topic of Andrew's epic marathon notes. Oh, we're only on topic number 3 of page 1. Jesus.
Oh,
Get
Jesus
us
Christ.
this up. Andrew was on a roll during his notes. Eddie Hearn wants AJ to go straight to Tyson Fury. AJ versus Pulev is on top, but Eddie's hopeful he fights Tyson instead. All right, Andrew, go ahead.
Just seems like a money whore right now. Eddie Hearn is really nervous. He wants to cash in on AJ. I was really surprised to hear him say he's ready to pass on Pulev and go straight to the Tyson Fury fight. I don't think it's going to happen, but it shows. Eddie was kind of desperate last night. He really was.
I think Eddie deep down wanted Deontay to win the fight. It kept everything secure for him. At the end of the day, Miggs, does Eddie Hearns pull the trigger and change everything and go right into AJ negotiations?
Oh man, that's I was reading some of his tweets yesterday or some of his Instagram posts, and side note, did you guys read this morning that Pulev was like deported back to the fucking Bulgaria or some shit? So I came across, yeah, he straight up, like, I think he was getting on a flight from Chicago to LA or to here to Vegas to attend this fight, and then he was held up, and then due to visa problems, his ass was deported back to Bulgaria.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Man,
Now,
anyway,
does it say anything in there on why? Is it just visa issues, or was it he actually got in trouble here?
He's a spy.
It was, yeah, he's espionage. I don't know, like the quick little clip or the little, like I think it was a tweet, as a matter of fact. It just said that it was due to visa issues, but it didn't really go into specifics. Twitter tends to be a certain amount of character, so.
All right, so does Eddie Hearn freak out, Miggs? Does he start to make the deal?
I kind of think I feel like he is kind of freaking out, man. Like he's really like trying to like grasp at straws. I think, like, I don't know. Like I try to keep up with the business of boxing, but I mean, like, I'm just a fucking noob. So I mean, there's so much I don't know as much as I'm sure you guys do. But I feel like Hearn is kind of pissing his pants right now. He's like, oh shit, he really was anticipating or hoping that Wilder would get that victory, and when that went to shit, he's like, oh crap, well, time to roll the fuck down.
Trying to cash in. Yep, trying to cash.
Yeah, exactly.
I completely agree. All right, where's that leave Pulev now that he's been deported, Andrew?
It leaves him signing whatever contract Eddie Hearn throws at him if they want to go that route, basically. Look, that fight was never going to come to America. I think that was either going to be in Dubai again or the UK. So Pulev has that going for him. But really, this all comes down to the decision of Deontay Wilder. Wilder, even in defeat, holds the chips in this one, and not negotiating, because those have already been disclosed. But if he does take the immediate rematch, Pulev gets his fight with AJ. If Wilder doesn't, everything's up in the air, because once again, they're going to start looking at matchmaking. You might see AJ not take on a contender at all just to get him by, so he can still stay in the running for this fight. Remember, like they said, this guy was selling 80,000 seats fighting nobodies in Wembley. I don't really see them needing Pulev to sell a ticket right now.
Yeah.
Miggs, what do you think about Pulev?
Shit. I don't know. I kind of want to read more into what happened here with his issues. I mean, he doesn't need to come to the U.S. If he can get himself a fight with AJ outside of the U.S., I'm sure he'll be fine. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what the fuck's mad with what's going on in that motherfucker's head sometimes, dude. But I definitely agree with Andrew. I don't think that AJ necessarily needs Pulev. I'm thinking about, honestly, like one of the undercard fights with fucking Washington and what the hell's his name, who fought last night at the co-main event. Yeah, Martin, exactly. Thank you. I'm thinking one of those guys, because one of those guys, wasn't it like an IBF title eliminator, right? And
yes,
what's his name?
That'll be enough to keep him out of trouble, right? At least for 90 days until he has to actually face somebody. Which takes us to the most fucked man in boxing history, and my favorite topic on this show, Dillian White.
Oh, man.
Now Dillian's calling out Eddie Hearns on social media. How about doing what's right by me? Focus on me, not him, blah, blah, blah. Dillian White now getting fucked by his promoter, getting fucked by the WBC. Technically, I don't want to break this to anybody. Technically, Tyson Fury's next fight should be Dillian White. Andrew.
It's it's tough, Lee. Dillian White's in a real tough situation here because he doesn't really have the markability of anyone to speak up on any of these fights. He's kind of at the mercy of Eddie Hearn right now, and from the looks of it, Eddie Hearn overlooked him again. This wasn't Suleiman. This wasn't Al Haymon. This was the man that controls his career. And as soon as that fight went off and was over, Eddie Hearn just went right over his head and said, "Let's do the AJ match." I have no confidence that Eddie Hearn is looking to put Dillian White in a championship bout with Tyson Fury. Now, if Bob Arum and Fury say, "Hey, we're not fighting AJ, but we'll look at Dillian White," then yes, Eddie Hearn will do what he's told and put Dillian White on the table. But don't look for him to make any kind of argument for Dillian White as long as AJ is a possibility for this summer.
Yeah.
Migs, is Dillian White literally in the WBC history of fucking fighters out of their title opportunities? I can think of many names and documentaries based on the topic. Is Dillian White literally getting the shaftiest of all shafts of all the shafts?
He's taking it sideways, absolutely, dude. He's for real. He's pretty much going into business for himself. He's going onto social media and trying to fucking chase Andy Ruiz, talking mad shit about him, about his weight and everything like that. He knows he was left out to fucking to hang out to dry, I guess. And he's like trying to go into business for himself. He's like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna try to get these fights. However, I'm gonna try to get these fights, talking mad shit to Andy Ruiz. So I think he's kind of. I don't know. He's kind of left in the, they left his ass pretty much, high and dry, I feel.
Getting back to the fight, Andrew, Jay, whatever the fuck his name is, the shitty ass coach who we're never going to hear from in the case of Deontay Wilder. Don't give him any fucking time, okay? Is mad at Mark Breland for throwing in the towel to stop the fight. Well, yeah, that's because his fucking trainer doesn't know anything about boxing. Go ahead. Your reaction?
It's kind of sad what they did to Mark Breland last night. One of the most decorated American amateur fighters all time. Some actually say he was the greatest amateur fighter out of this country. Never really made it in the pro ranks. But it's just sad. They all kind of threw him under the bus. Jay did last night in the press conference, post-fight press conference.
Don't worry, he's going to be out of boxing. The first thing you do when you lose, Andrew, is you fire the trainer.
Well, see, but Deontay said he wasn't about that. These guys have been with them.
Oh, they say that now.
I will say that. Tyson said that. Everyone says that.
But I also think that's why his trainer, Jay Dawes, right away said, "Oh, it was Breland's fault," right? Because there's going to be a scapegoat here, and it's going to be Breland.
It has to be. Mm-hmm.
Even though Breland made the right decision. Everyone in boxing, there was. He's seen his fighter's mentality. He's seen his fighter's face, his ear. Look, he's not a doctor, but I think we all thought that ear was ruptured. Okay, there's no, you can't knock him for trying to save Deontay Wilder's career. That ear damage can go into him never hearing again. Okay, if that ear is actually ruptured and they keep pumping right hands on it, he might never hear out of that ear. That ear could have been, it wouldn't have been 100%.
Andrew, why be so naive? I mean, let's talk about this. Timothy Bradley has eyeballs that are next to his ears, right? And the Nevada Athletic Commission allowed him to continue fighting. Crazier still, they allowed Tevin Farmer to continue fighting. His eyeballs don't even point at the same fighter, okay? You think a ruptured eardrum would have been the end of Deontay Wilder?
No, I'm saying the end of his career for the trainer. Okay, the trainer, I'm saying he made a training decision last night to save Deontay Wilder so he could actually still have a legit future, not just trying to cash checks. You start doing ear damage like that, you can't hear out of one side. You're hurting your career for the long run. He tried to save that last night. Now they're saying it was just a cut, not a blown eardrum. Well, guess what? He saved that. He helped him only having a cut in his ear last night. He shouldn't take the blunt of this stoppage. This stoppage should go a lot on Deontay Wilder.
You said blunt.
Yeah.
The blunt.
That's the word of the day.
Was he
Deontay Wilder quit in that fight. from rounds 3 to round 7, Deontay Wilder wanted no part. When Deontay Wilder started holding his arm, they should have stopped the fight. We're talking about a guy who's bleeding, who's swollen, and now he's acting like he can't even hold his arm up. They should have stopped that fight right there. So I don't blame it on the trainer. I blame it on the fighter. Now, I know he said he wanted to go out on his shield. Guess what? In the 7th round, kind of looked like he went out on his shield. He had you in the corner, and he's beating you to a pulp. You're not doing anything in return. You didn't fall, but you stood up, you took your lickings, and they threw in the towel. That's going out on your shield, in my opinion. It's not like he ran to his corner, pulled a Chavez Jr. and said, "Oh no, my nose is bleeding. I want out."
All right, same question for you, Miggs. Are we looking for a fall guy so people don't wind up getting fired?
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, they have to preserve their fighter, right? The fighter is not going to take. But Wilder is already saying, he wants to go out, or he has said he wants to go out on a shield, This was like the best case scenario for him, because you don't want to look like a fucking quitter. You don't want to, hear the camera guy get too close to you and you telling your corner like, I'm done. You don't want that shit, And the same thing with the corner people. Like, even if the corner people, as a corner guy, you're there, or the trainer or the cut man or whoever the fuck it is, you talk to the guy. You're like, dude, tell me, are you okay? You let me know. Fucking whisper it in my ear, motherfucker. Shit, I'll take the blunt for it. By all means, tell me you can't continue, and I'll throw me under the fucking bus and preserve the fucking fighter. I'll throw in the towel. That was the best case scenario, because really, it was going downhill fast, super fucking fast. Yeah. That issue with his ear is not just the fact that maybe even his hearing, but his balance is all over the goddamn place. You get punched. Watch Morales and fucking Pac 3, I think it was, when he got caught in the ear. Like, dude, you get punched in the ear and your freaking legs are noodles, man. Like, your balance is all over the goddamn place. So continuing to add more damage to that ear, it would have been super bad for Wilder. And the fact that his corner saved him from probably a potentially worse ass whooping heading towards like the last half of that fight. Yeah, I mean, it definitely preserve the fighter. Obviously, there's going to be a fall guy. Somebody's going to get thrown under the bus. It's not going to be Wilder.
So you're saying Joe Guzin is Deontay Wilder's next trainer?
Joe Guzin. Yes, with his t-shirts, with his colorful t-shirts.
Stay tuned for it. He will be Bombsy Squad in no time. All right, so if Wilder doesn't take the trilogy, who do you want to see him fight next, Andrew?
Like I said, if I'm Deontay Wilder, I'm holding the fire to my manager, and 2 managers. I guess they're both managers.
Finkel and Haymon, Mayweather, LRB.
That would be Leonard.
I'm looking. I want Andy Ruiz.
Sad.
I want Andy Ruiz at the Staples Center. Or I'll tell you guys right now, why can't we go back to Alabama, that Crimson Tide Stadium, and either hold a Charles Martin comeback fight or an Adam Kawanaki? Those 2 fights, I think Alabama would show up for Deontay Wilder. He has a name out there. He has a college that backs him. The coach out there always, they say talks to Deontay Wilder. Let's make it a big come home party for him. Let's get his mentality back. Let's get his power back and then move forward with his career. So it's either Andy Ruiz in the LA Staples Center, or I'm going back to Alabama and trying to put how many does the Crimson Tide hold? Don't they have football games of 80, 90,000 plus? Let's do it.
Okay, Miggs, who do you want to see Wilder if he doesn't trilogy?
I wouldn't mind seeing him against Ruiz. I think I don't know. I think people are already counting out Ruiz, and the fact that he has like a heavy ass right hand. If he could on Wilder, we've seen what Wilder can do when he's moving backwards, which is nothing. Anytime he backpedals, he can't do jack shit other than if he raises his arm like Triple G. That's his defense. So I would like to see him, go up against Ruiz, but even that seems a little bit fucking risky. Sometimes when these fighters go back to their hometowns and fight at their hometowns, it doesn't really turn out very well. So, I mean, going back to the hometown to help build his confidence isn't a bad idea. I would want to see him fight Ruiz because I happen to be a Ruiz fan. So, but no, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Fuck, man. That's I want to see Ruiz. Just want to see Ruiz kind of get gonna get another shot here, another 15 more minutes in the limelight.
You realize
that would be bad. And
Alberto's in his Bentley.
Yeah, in his training camp. I realize that.
Styrofoam cups in the Bentley is not a good look.
No, exactly. It's styrofoam plates and fucking salsa packets.
Half nude sushi parties for his birthday. What?
Yeah, expensive watches. Yeah.
He's a mess. Now, admittedly, he lives in El Centro, so he's going to live like a king for the rest of his adult life. But
Yeah.
his Scarface mansion that he bought, like he's just
Off the deep end. He's going off the deep end real fast.
yeah. I'm just saying that out loud. All right, let's see what else you've got, Andrew. I think we really covered everything. Did I miss it? I mean, we can talk about all your hypotheticals here. I mean, really, there's Kaunaki. Kaunaki's going to fight shitbag Helenas, which is a nothing fight, right, for March, right?
Right.
Martin's out there. Washington's out there. Pulev's out there. Dillian White is out there and not being allowed back in the house.
Pulev's really out there. Shit.
I mean, there are a lot of interesting heavyweights that are out there, Andrew. What do you see? Give me some hypotheticals for the rest of the year from you, Andrew.
What I think is I believe they're going to pass on the trilogy. I don't think Deontay is going to be ready in a few months to take this kind of fight on again. I'm keep leaning towards the money. At some point, they need to pull out Deontay Wilder needs to pull out the calculator and start asking, when am I going to make 140 million like I was promised between ESPN and DAZN? If you add the 28 million that he's supposed to make from last night, if they were to give him another $20 million fight to one of the opponents that we've talked about, that's 48 million. Then you go back and do your rematch with one of either Tyson Fury or you do a fight with AJ Lee. At least they're in the ballpark of making up that money that they have robbed this man of by having him not sign with ESPN or DAZN.
All right, go ahead, Migs. What do you project?
Well, that's a good one. I think they're going to, besides somebody taking the fucking being thrown under the bus in the Wilder camp and being let go. I maybe the trainer. He's going to have to go back to his basics 100%. He's going to have to learn. I'm going to say go back because I'm not sure if he ever had him to begin with, but he's going to have to learn them. Up in this process, and he's going to need a beatable opponent to test them out on. I was thinking just for the payday, he was going to take that that third fight right off the bat with Fury, but. Thinking about it, second thought, I would probably think he's going to have another fight in between. He's going to take another gimme fight, and he need an opponent to test out what he's going to fucking learn the next few months here outside of the ring. So I anticipate now, kind of like taking a step back, Wilder taking a tune-up / gimme fight before he decides to go with a third. I feel like because of the business that ESPN and Fox and PBC and Top Rank have been doing with these two fights, with the first one and this one, I think it's going to be a little bit of an easier process now that Andrew mentioned earlier that Wilder's going to have to take like the lower end. The fact that he lost this one in the negotiations, they're going to have to concede to that. They're going to have to, PBC and Haymon and everybody. So I suspect that it's going to be an easier fight to make, but just not next. Wilder's going to have a gimme fight first. To build up his confidence, maybe in Alabama, and then the third bout with Fury.
And another name we should throw out there, if Al Haymon and Bob Arum wanted to work on over the table again, Baby Boy Miller. Is that how you say it? Big Baby Miller.
Big Baby Miller, yes.
Yeah.
Who's been signed to Top Rank? Who signed a deal with Top Rank?
Yep.
And you guys are actually missing the most obvious fight that's out there. That will add the most credibility because I believe Tyson Fury is all about being the lineal undisputed guy. Mm-hmm. You guys are all wrong. The best free agent out there, Alexander Hughes. Alexander is sitting out there without an opponent, without a play date, because everybody's afraid of him. We're
That's
talking
a good
the
fight for Deontay too. That would be
a good fight for everybody right now. Alexander Usyk became the most interesting guy in boxing at this moment.
Yeah, and he might just be bigger than Usyk, right? That'd be a positive for Deontay Wilder to finally have some muscle mass on his opponent.
Yeah, that's a really big deal. I don't want to break it to everybody, but the literal undisputed unified champion of the cruiserweight division is now in the heavyweight division and can't get a fight to save his life.
Right. Yeah.
And there's a reason for it because he's a damn psychopath, right? 17-0, 13 KOs. He destroyed and took every single belt in the cruiserweight division, and he can't get a fight in the heavyweight division, and he weighs literally 40 pounds less than every guy we talked about.
Right. That's that's the positive there. Not only would Deontay instantly become a top 10, top 3 contender again, taking on a Usyk right away. But he got some size on him. So yeah, it's another very good.
And it's a $20 to $30 million fight, legit. And you can do it anywhere, and he'll get paid for it.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
That is the complete wrap up. Andrew, final thoughts.
That was just a great fight last night. It really helped. It helped the sport. I wanted AJ versus Wilder, but the more and more I think about it, AJ versus Fury's coming to America. It's not leaving this country. I do think Allegiant Stadium will be holding that fight. They're going to have casino money behind them. They're going to have their front row Las Vegas ticket prices in front of them. It's a great night for everyone involved. So yes, it was a win-win last night for us.
All right. I go with you, Miggs. Final thoughts on what just occurred.
It was definitely a good fight. I was hoping it didn't turn out to be, some like whack ass decision. Thankfully, Fury is sure that it didn't go to the decision after some, pretty shitty decisions. But it was a fun night. I went to the Grand Arrivals, and there was a decent amount of people there. There was a lot of hype, especially from the English fans. I know that should Tyson, we anticipate Tyson staying here. He's going to bring a ton. He's going to continue, I should say, to bring a ton of English fans. The way they're, I know those fuckers are going to fill that damn Allegiant Stadium. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, as a fight fan, this is just the naive in me, but the fight fan in me wants to see, the next obvious, AJ and Fury in a big ass fucking stadium, be it in the UK or here, but most likely here. That it really like lit a fucking fire under the heavyweight division. Big time. Like it went from like dead during the Klitschko era to now it's like shit. Now we got this, as Kellerman said, a 3-headed monster, and then temporarily 4-headed monster when fucking Ruiz was in the picture. But it's just it lit. It's kind of like it gave more attention to the heavyweights, which it rightfully deserves now, considering all the big names. It was a fun ass fight. I was like me and my pops watching it. I think I don't know if you guys heard my dad in the background, but he was like trying to talk to me. I was phoning you guys, but it was fucking dope. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
No, don't sweat it. It was fun. I got to admit, it was fun. The whack ass vodka. Now I'm using the word whack. The shitty ass vodka I drank last night while I watched it was a little rough, but hey, there was a lot of it. I've noticed that the shittier the vodka, the more you drink of it. It was fun. Look, I've said this a million times on this show. I don't watch boxing for the sport of it anymore because the politics sucked. Last night we actually got a real fight. I don't want to piss in everybody's Cheerios. You guys paid $80 to sit through literally 12 hours of shitty boxing to get to one 6-round fight that we anticipated. But the rest of the night was literally a dog and pony show. I keep saying this, and Andrew hates this. I can watch an entire UFC card. I can. They're not that bad. I mean,
no, hell no, dude.
They match me almost every single one of their fights.
Yeah, that's it. Really matters if you like seeing guys roll on the ground, though, because I don't.
Andrew?
I think it's fucking boring as shit when two men are rolling around the ground. I'm sorry.
For their sport,
I'm like the UFC fan that screams when the ref says, "Get up!" Oh. Yeah, baby, here we go. Now we're fucking fighting. That's what I say.
Andrew,
I know.
Generally speaking, every Sunday there's at least one decent football game, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How many fucking months did we have to wait to get to this fight where we actually had one? And again, everybody's going to say, you're a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm tired of waiting since the last good heavyweight fight with Ruiz. Like, I don't want to break it to you guys. You got the best of the best. We don't have a guy like Mike Tyson going, just sign the next guy. I don't care. Right?
Their combined record last night, Lee, was 72-0 or 71-0.
Right. And I don't want to break it to. Wait, no, I'm gonna be the dick who pees in Cheerios because they compared them side by side. 60 of the fights between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder were shit. When they're trying to compare him to the guys they were comparing him to,
I know.
You know, for setting
I hear you on that.
Right?
Yeah, Holmes and Spinks. So was it? I think they were comparing him to the Holmes and Spinks.
Holmes. Yeah, right. When they met, both undefeated, they were the record holder. But if you look at their records, they fought everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, there was no fucking joking around at that point. They weren't built records.
Holmes actually took out an older Ali. Deontay Wilder ran from an older Klitschko. That's the difference.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly the point.
Yeah.
I mean, we can all shit on AJ and how he got here. When it came time to show up and take on, you know, the heir apparent, which was Klitschko, right? And I'll say this. I'm kind of with Eddie Hearn. If he makes AJ versus Tyson Fury and whoever comes out of that fight, you're the man, bro. Like, you both fought the same guys. You both did the same shit. I got nothing to say. You're
Tyson
both in your
Fury,
prime. There are no excuses.
Tyson Fury beat Klitschko in Germany. Tyson Fury now knocked out Deontay Wilder in America. He's becoming close to what we thought, and that's this era's Ali. He made a real big statement last night. He's got one more fight on his resume that's going to put him on top of everyone in this era, and then it's kind of smooth sailing. Yes, these are all good fights in front of him, but very winnable fights. He needs to get past AJ, and I don't see this guy. I don't see him stepping away. Not when the money's this
Sorry,
good.
I keep looking into the eyes of Children of the Corn, Alexander Usyk, on my screen.
I know, but Usyk is so small. He's so small compared to the 6'9", 273 pound of pure British
6 inches shorter. He will be 40 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
And it will be straight up a goddamn Rocky movie with a 78-inch reach.
Right.
Yeah, and he's a southpaw, isn't he a southpaw?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that gives anybody problems, no matter how fucking big you are.
And I got to be perfectly honest, Andrew. On that night, I might be breaking all the media rules and cheering for Usyk very loudly. I might have to go to the stands.
Yes, you
Come
do that.
on. That is literally the dumbest. If they can make that fight, that's the dumbest, awesome fight I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, that's a brain damage fight because Usyk is already brain damaged. So it's great. But I so want to see that fight that it makes me excited. Oh, my God. He'll be 40 to
I'm down for that one.
lighter. What did he weigh when he fought Witherspoon, I wonder? Doesn't matter. God, what a great fight. Oh, my God. I digress. How great. Go to fightnetradio.com. Next week, back to normal schedule. Even though we're sending Migs off to, you're going to Texas. You should.
Vargas Garcia.
Did you get your approval?
Not yet, man. Nothing yet. Last I heard, Monday afternoon is when I'm getting.
No, usually you would have gotten turned down on Friday, which means on Monday you'll probably get your approval.
Yeah.
So if
They don't like you immediately calling them crying, why did I get turned down? So they send it Friday night, bro. Right when they leave their office, they hit send. Everyone's declined. Gotta go.
I know. Shut off the PCs. Let's go. Lock the doors.
All right. So I guess we have a lead up to my boy crush, Jesse Vargas.
Oh man.
He's my fight crush.
Yeah, I believe it. I heard you last time, dude. It was like, I swear, like when we were looking for him last time, where the fuck was it at? Like the Boxing Hall of Fame or something?
Yeah,
that they were having at the mall. Oh my gosh. I can imagine you like hopping back onto your bed like, Dear Diary.
Dear Diary, today I met Jesse Vargas.
So, Dear Stan.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dear Stan, how come you haven't written back?
Dear Jesse.
Yeah.
I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah.
My God. You guys don't believe how much of a nut I am. My chef crush was in Escondido, and I literally stalked his ass down till he gave me a photo. So,
Hey, real fast, Miguel. Did you see the pictures I posted this morning of Plant, Spence, and one of the Charlo brothers?
No, I haven't got around to it. I'll check it out though.
If you guys watch the replay, you got to look at these three in the stands. They're so, dude. Everyone's so worried. They're so worried.
Man, for real.
Everyone else
is sad.
You see everyone around them is cheering, and those three are like, "What's going on? What is going on?" Yeah, they got to really.
Hold on. In Spence's case, I'm not sure he knew he was at the fight. Okay. All right. Let's be fair to our man Spence, right? He did get thrown from a car at 165 miles an hour. In Caleb's issue, he just signed with the wrong organization. And well, in Charlo's case, he just realized, oh, fuck, maybe I have a built record and I'm not as good as I think I am.
Yeah. Yes. They
I
got
think
to
these guys-
They got to start looking at these offers, Lee. They really do. Charlo's been offered from Dazin. Plant's been offered from Golden Boy. They got to start looking at these offers. I don't know how Plant passes $7 million. I really don't. He's never come close to making that type of money.
Everybody in the fucking super middleweight division is like salivating of, Canelo coming back from 175. And then, we got, was it Caleb who,
Caleb got the shot at it for 7
Callum also,
Caleb.
right? Because that's what I started. Callum Smith. He turned it down,
Smith,
and then fucking, Plant turned it down. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I could have sworn everybody was like, licking their fucking chops, waiting for Canelo to get to 168. And then these guys are turning down the fucking fights. It's like, what is it about these damn contracts that they're not liking? I mean, it sure as fuck isn't the cash. That's their biggest paydays of their fucking careers. Like, what is it? Is it the rehydration clause? What the shit is it that's going on that they're just turning down these shits? Like, no, it's too soon. Like, we saw what happened to fucking Kovalev. It's like, yeah, and he got knocked out. He got a fucking nice payday as well.
He got a payday. Right. It's not going to... In Kovalev's case, okay, which, by the way, he was already a damaged fighter. He was damaged after he beat up a woman. He was fucked up when he beat up the woman. But I digress. I'm not going to let that shit go either. In the particular case of Kovalev, it's not going to preclude him going back to Russia or the Ukraine's #MTK lifestyle and getting some low-level fights and keep making $1 million to show up on a ballroom card. Like, these guys all want one big payday, and I got to make $20 million, and that's all there's going to be, and blah, 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 blah.
Their poster child, Lee, should be Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz stepped in on a 2-week notice for $5 million and turned that bitch around into $16 million in his very next fight. He should be the poster child of the PBC right now.
No, their poster child is the Steven Espinosa calculator because they still believe
it's still
all
Floyd.
Like, they're drinking Kool-Aid from Haymon and Mayweather, that the likes of which people should be proud of the cult of the PBC. These fighters do stupid fucking shit, right? This isn't I'm having sex with the leader guy crazy. This is you turn down how many millions of dollars?
Yeah. For Haymon.
Could you imagine? Because listen, I like Plant's skills, man. The guy looks legit. Yeah. Can you imagine if he was to defeat or even get a controversial decision versus Canelo, what he would make in the rematch?
And look good, right? Even lose 7-5, Canelo style, right? He comes close like he did with Mayweather. Win 3 or 4 rounds. You won 4 rounds against arguably the best guy out there right now. You get more fights. You make more money. You're still the number one contender.
Yeah.
Nope. He drank the Kool-Aid. He drank the Al Haymon Kool-Aid, and right now
he's drinking the Kool-Aid.
Deontay's sitting in his dressing room, wherever he is, wherever Deontay is, and Mayweather and Ellerby and Al wouldn't be there, but Ellerby and Mayweather are literally intravenously putting more of that Kool-Aid back into his system, explaining to him, you don't need to refight the third fight. We're going to put you in with 3 guys. We'll get you back up to number 1 contender status. You'll be there in no time. Well, okay. If Deontay doesn't play the next series of fights correctly, his career is done.
Yes, he's 34. He's 34, so these
running out of time real
are
fast.
very important right now.
Yeah.
But I don't want to break it to all you PBC fans. All your champions, once they get into deep water, remarkably, once they get beat once, we don't hear from them again. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me this isn't the story of Swift or Charlo or anybody in the PBC.
Keith fucking Thurman.
On those built, on these ridiculous. Keith Thurman.
Shit.
Well, they told Keith Thurman to actually take a dive. He didn't do it, so he's probably in the bottom of the Atlantic currently. But
with cement shoes or something.
I mean, I guarantee they're going to try to stick Spence into a fight that's going to be unremarkable because Spence is done as a fighter. Like, all these guys were built. They're actual real fighters who actually have real careers against really named opponents are few and far between. I mean, every single one of these quote unquote rock stars that they put a contract on has been a disappointment.
Yeah. Danny Garcia has one more shot at this. He needs to make some real good decisions here in this near future. He's got one shot at getting to DAZN or ESPN for, he still has that Terrence Crawford fight there.
He's got to pull a Mikey Garcia, right?
Yes.
Which is, all right, I'm just going and I'm going to make whatever fights I can make. Nobody seems to give a crap that Mikey Garcia has been losing lately. Last I checked, he's not winning currently. But
not only that, he didn't even look good in his welterweight debut.
He's literally making millions of dollars in Texas to go fight Jesse Vargas. And by the way, there's another guy who got out from under the PBC umbrella, right? You realize it's all sideways. Yep. They were making the poor dude fight in Lancaster of all places. And Jesse's like, nah, I'm cool. I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sure that whole thing out in Lancaster was enough for him. And then he became the DAZN golden child, right? He does their play-by-play. He built a career. He trains at the Wildcard Gym. He trains in Vegas. He's here. He's there. He's everywhere, right? He is literally, and I don't want to break it to anybody else, but Jesse Vargas really hasn't won in a while either. I mean, he's basically this era's Sergio Mora.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Yeah, it's a powerful statement.
A little strong. It is. And by the way, they're both announcers for DAZN at the same time.
Right? What a question. Exactly.
And I don't want to break it to anybody. My new boy crush, Jesse. It used to be Sergio, but now it's Jesse. Jesse is
like a girl, Lee.
Well, the funny part about Sergio, he's always doing homework, so there's never any time to hang out with him, right? Sergio's always doing homework for the next fight. I did my homework, bro. I know about this next fight.
They're so mean. Maddox is so mean.
They
to
are
on
holy
air
fuck,
too.
dude. Especially fucking Mora, dude. Everything from like what was it? Recently, Maddox was like, great to be here with you guys. There was like, the Valentine's Day, the freaking fight with Fonseca and Ryan. And Maddox is like, I love you guys. I think he said something along those lines, right? And then Mora's like, I wish I could say the same for you, but. Like, what the fuck? Damn. At least pretend on air, yo. Pretend you have some sort of chemistry shit.
Hello, everybody. This is Mauro Ranallo. Mamma mia.
Oh, yes.
All right. Cut Mauro a little slack. He could have been having a day with depression and off his meds, okay?
Yeah, right, exactly.
I still want to picture Mauro. I don't know what your vision of him is. I picture this weird overweight guy eating really bad fast food, chain smoking, and drinking coffee in a hotel room pacing. And that's Mauro Ranallo all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like he's going to just give himself a heart attack for being him. I couldn't even imagine trying to be the kind of announcer that he is because that's not his real personality. He believes that this is the way it should be announced. Cool. Whatever, bro. Take a breath.
No.
It's very stressful to watch him. It makes me very anxious. That'll do it. Go to fightnetradio.com. We'll be back with, weigh-ins and grand arrivals and lions and tigers and bears from my boy crush, Jesse. Oh, my. I'm backing up the popcorn and getting ready for next Saturday because I can't wait. I gotta be
Miguel.
honest.
Yeah. One question, if we can try to, because you're going to be around the DAZN people. I would like to know if Dillian Whyte has gotten any step aside money for these years that he hasn't gotten his title shots. Sometimes with like Triple G, everyone, he's the most avoided fighter. He's the most avoided fighter. Then we were told Chavez gave him a check. Sergio Martinez gave him a check. Like all of a sudden, this guy was making like $750 $1 million, not fighting anyone. So I would like to know if Dillian Whyte is getting that same kind of treatment, or is he just getting no Vaseline?
No, it's just taking it.
Yeah. In fact, why don't you, if you've really got a set of balls, find Eddie Hearns and go, does Dillian Whyte not get Vaseline? Just jump in the tape.
Don't do that, bro.
We're just getting into Matchroom. Let me not do that quite yet.
Like first press conference question, Fight Net Radio. So does Dillian Whyte not get Vaseline?
Oh, I better not hear that online, bro. Migs from Fight Net Radio.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go ahead and blackball this motherfucker real fast.
Yeah, right. Come on, it's only DAZN. I mean, it's only a third of the fights, but hey, And if you don't think that I wouldn't be crazy enough, I might frame it a little differently if it were me in an open conversation. But I suppose. No, I know the truth. If I was at the Vargas Garcia final press conference, I would go, "Hey Jesse, remember the time you went to Spain and you took all the photos? How did you take so many photos? Do you fly domestic or do you fly in first class or private? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have any close friends, Jesse?"
Yeah.
I would.
Do you have a girlfriend? Does she have a sister?
Does she have a sister? Right.
Oh,
Do you need someone to carry water to the ring for you, Jesse?
Yeah, I'll carry the bucket.
I'll carry the bucket. Please spit at me.
So gross.
That would be so
geez.
great. And by the way, if somebody winds up stalking, it's not me. All right. I'm just calling it right now. I never leave the beach. Why would I ever leave the beach?
Yeah, a stalker would say that.
Right? Maybe I'm not at the beach. Maybe I'm right now on my way to Texas. He was there. He was leaving on Friday. I was following him on Instagram. I'm not saying that I drove behind his car. I'm just saying that I recognized it.
Oh man, I'm just saying his license plate number is blah 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 blah.
Right. I'm not saying that he was looking at the double rainbows that were happening this weekend in
Yeah.
Vegas. But I might have been standing behind him while he was taking the photos of the double rainbows that were happening in Vegas this weekend. He stayed for the fight, for God's sakes. Nobody's going to leave Vegas before that fight happened.
Yeah, no, hell no.
No, he wasn't. All right, that'll do it. Andrew, anything else?
No, that is it. Thanks, you guys.
All right, that'll do it for this week's Fight Net Radio. Tune in next week. We'll have more from Migs, remote in theory. More from Andrew, and more about my boy crush, Jesse Vargas. Guess who I think is going to win the fight? Jesse Vargas.
Surprise.
And just so you guys know, next week I'm going to make sure to be playing some lovely boy bands, like a selection of NSYNC or Backstreet Boys to go along with my boy crush.
Oh yes. The ambiance.
The ambiance. I'm gonna start studying stalkers to see what they listen to, just so I have it correctly.
Shit. Yeah, and read Catcher in the Rye while you're at it.
Yeah, right. No, I'll be quoting from that sporadically throughout the show. By the way, Bob Arum's joining us, Andrew. Do you want to talk to him?
Oh shit. Here we go.
What does he have? It's in the morning after.
Bye, Miss American Pie. I drove a Chevy into a levee, but I think the levee was dry. And I made $1 billion tonight. This is the day I made $1 billion tonight.
and then
Fight Net Radio. FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee, talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Net!